What is going on today, guys? We are back for another episode in the leaderboard event. Now, we got ourselves a 10 bucket clean out done. We got 7 of the buckets in here. The other 3 are over there already, or still, rather. But we're going to go in, we're going to take our nuggets in, go sell them off so we can get ourselves the nuggetator. And also, we are going to get the wave table. And then we're going to come back out here. We're going to do our clean out and see what we get for our first 10 bucketer. So, I know I said I didn't want to do a dark video, but unfortunately we finished our clean out at this time. But anyway, guys, I will meet you guys at the blacksmith momentarily. Alright guys, here we are. Let us start smelting down some gold. We should have just enough cash to get her done. So while we're here, we're going to pick up the story page here. We are going to be looking to get them, get a bunch of them rather, as soon as possible, because you do get price reduction on, I believe it is fuel and parts costs. So that's going to come in very handy for us. Now, if you want to view them, they are in the journal here. So where do we got this at? I think it's on this side here. Oh wait, no, it's, yeah. So, there's a lot of pages in this thing. Wow. I guess I never realized how many were actually in here, to be honest. That is a lot. A lot. Now, I'm not sure how many there actually is. It's been... oh, I don't even know how long since I actually seen how many pages were in the game, but we will be trying to find them. I am gonna try to find most of them on my own, and then I'll also pull up a guide for finding them all. But anyway, guys, I'll meet you guys at the bank. I'm not going to make you guys sit through me smelting down the gold. So I'll catch you there in just a minute. Alright, guys, we're at the bank now. So we got 4 bars smelted. I left the 1.1 ounces there. Now, just a fair warning, this does not count for the leaderboard totals. So having this gold, this is all nuggets, by the way. So none of this actually counts towards our leaderboard total. Any nuggets you get are purely for cash value. That is it. None of this will actually count for the leaderboard until we do our clean out with the magnetite separator and the wave table. But speaking of them, it's time for us to go there and scoop them on up, and then we're going to head out to the claim. Now, another thing to note, and I will explain this more either later or in the next video. We are going to be, as soon as we get out to the claim, we are going to be sending the what you call it, the excavator right back to the shop because we don't need it for a little bit. And again, I'll explain why when we get to that. That might not be this video. That might be the next. I'm not 100% sure on that. So where is, oh, that's right, it's over here. I need the power splitter. Power splitter. And I think I'm good on everything else. I'm just going to rob the one hose from the mobile wash plant, if you guys are wondering, because we're getting rid of the mobile wash plant. After this clean out, we should basically be able to rent the full tier 3 setup now. So, but I will explain, like I said, I will explain about why we're going to be getting rid of the excavator as soon as we get to it. Actually, I guess I could explain now. I'll explain it a little bit. Give you guys a chance to mull it over and go, why the hell is he doing it? But you guys will see in just a minute. So I'm going to meet you guys out on the claim. We'll get this all set up, and then we're going to whack all them buckets on through and see what we did for our first clean out. I'm very anxious, very excited to see how well we did. I'm hoping for a 5-ounce average, so I guess we will find out in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we sent the excavator away. I'm going to explain to you guys what I'm going to do with that while we're setting this on up. So, my plan is, and I know this is going to sound a little bit odd, but my plan is instead of us going straight on to our tier 3 setup from right now, what I want to do is after we smelt down this gold and get ourselves our bit of money, what I want to do is make sure that we have workers for once we go on to the tier 3. Now I know you guys are probably, some of you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Other guys are going to be confused as hell. So I will explain exactly what I mean with this. What I'm getting at is, instead of continuing to play through this season, what we're going to do is we're going to skip days through the end of the season and go to the hotel right away. Now I know that sounds really odd, but what this is going to do is it's going to get us our mechanics right away, and that's too far for that. Okay. It's going to get us our mechanics right away, because that is like one of the first and foremost things I absolutely want to have before we get our tier 3 set up. And the reason for that is I don't want to be spending, all the time repairing parts. I want to have mechanics already as soon as we rent the tier 3 and get it set up. We can hire the workers and bam, we'll be good to go from there. So, like I said, my plan is we're going to skip through at least one season to get workers. Now, we might do more than one season just to make sure we have enough workers, because ideally, and again, this is just ideally, but ideally I would love to have probably at least 2, if not 3 mechanics right away. And the reason for that is, like I said, I don't want to be spending all my time constantly going back and forth and swapping out parts. So skipping through a couple seasons, or even just one season like that, will allow us to not have to worry about as many breakdowns, and it's also going to get us our workers ready for as soon as we get our cash going, as soon as we get a couple cleanouts done and get our funds squared away, then we can actually get all our workers for the tier 3 right away as well. So we're going to have that bit of a boost. So it's kind of a multi-purpose thing. Now, this is one of the parts that I had kind of cryptically talked about in the last season that I was going to do. Now, again, it's not a huge secret. I'm sure people will already know about this. But all you got to do is pay to unlock the workers. You don't have to hire them. There's no cost per day for doing this. So it's basically a free way to get your workers, in essence. So anyway, we got to go turn on our water pump. And again, I apologize that this video is dark. Really couldn't be helped, unfortunately. I'm not going to be skipping any time during the leaderboard event season, like in the camp or anything like that. We're just going to be playing straight through, regardless how light or dark it is. Now, we will be getting lights, so you guys don't have to worry about that too much. I do plan on getting lights. Now, when exactly are we going to be able to get good lights set up? That is a very, very good question. I am hoping after the first or second clean out with the tier 3. That's my honest hope. I don't think it's going to take too long. I really don't. But, I could be wrong. I don't think there's any reason why we shouldn't have it by our second clean out. Now, and it doesn't have to be the light trailers either. We can just go with simple crappy work lights that we just, crap, I forgot to grab my buckets from over there. I was going to grab the couple buckets from the hog pan area to put in the magnetite separator. Because those, like I said, I'm just going to chuck right into the wavetable. I don't care about the magnetite we aren't going to get much from magnetite out of them. There's going to be very little gold out of it as well. So I am not at all concerned with these buckets. These buckets, if I could, I'd just tip out. Whoops, wrong button. Want to leave it running. These buckets that I, could just basically tip. Oh, wait. I do have a couple empty ones already. Awesome. I forgot about that because we ran out of nuggets right away. We were 2.5 cleanouts in this hog pan, and we ran out. So it was very quick, unfortunately. Now, while we're here, we can grab this story piece, which you can see right here. Bam! There's another one already done, ready to go. These are the couple junk buckets that we're just gonna plop into the wavetable, and like I said, we'll probably be lucky if we get 3 ounces out of them too. That'll be if we're lucky. So, but anyway, let's head on over. Let's get this clean out rocking and a rolling. And like I said, I'm hoping for a 5-ounce average. That's, like I said, that's my hope. Will we see it or not? I really don't know. I hope so. I really do. I hope we see it. Alright. Get on out here. Let's take, what are you, an empty? Yes, you are. You can go right in there. Start this up. Come on. Okay, we got a full one right away. We're going to pop both of these full ones into the wavetable and start, whoops, get in there. And then we're going to start it up. Stuck on everything. Then you guys will see exactly how much comes out of both of these, which is not going to be very much at all. So, get this one going in, and we'll see how she looks as it goes. So unfortunately, it's not like on the Nighthawk claim where you see the magnetite number just start rolling on up. Okay, 70 ounces of magnetite isn't too bad. That really isn't. Not going to complain about that because that should be pretty decent actually. Yeah, we're just over 1.5 ounces of gold, and this thing's almost done over there already. So it's going to be some pretty sad numbers out of that puppy. What did we get? 1.78 out of all of that. Yeah. Like I said, we'd be lucky to hit 3 from that. Now this is a pretty nice bucket. I think it's at 105 ounces of magnetite. So that's going to be pretty nice one right there. But we will have to wait and see exactly what we get out of it. 5 ounces. Okay. 5 ounce average, I said. So now this is going to be a bit nicer of a bucket there. 83.87. All right. That was 7.3. That's a nice bucket right there. Nice bucket. What do we got now? 81. Alright, so they seem to be evening out. I must have had like, the first two must have been like, what do I want to call it? At like, oh, good lord, what? God, I cannot think of the word I'm trying to come up with. But anyway, that last bucket was 6 ounces, well 5.99, but I'm going to call that 6 because it's easier to round like that. Trying to think of the word I'm thinking of, but it just will not come out. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I just couldn't think of exactly what I was trying to say. But anyway, basically they're polar opposites of each other as far as the clean out spectrum goes. So this one's down a little bit, but it's still going to be over that 5 ounce average, so I am absolutely happy about that. So that should give us a decent enough amount to be good to go for a tier 3 setup. I mean, everything's getting rented this time. I'm not buying any piece of it to start with. It's all getting rented, and then we will buy pieces later as we go. So instead of buying like the sluice cores or anything, well, the sluice cores we probably could buy right away, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to be buying any pieces until we get onto the next claim. We're just going to flat out rent everything every big piece anyway. And like I said, once we move on, then we'll worry about renting or swapping from our rented stuff over to bought. So I'm gonna try it out a little bit different. That way we can try to move claims a little bit quicker. So instead of buying the pieces outright, we'll just be renting them and saving up a little more money. Now, does it exactly work that way? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what the value versus rent cost is for it. So that's something I actually want to take a small look at and see exactly how many days you can rent until you basically have paid for it, kind of thing. But anyway, I'm not too concerned about that. Renting is going to work good enough for us to start with. And we might change our mind. We might swap out a few pieces as we go and buy them out. But to start with, everything's getting rented because we're not going to have a good fundage to start with. So, and maybe we do buy the sluice course, then it could just be easier that way, I guess. But I don't know. We'll have to think about it. We got to go in and smelt down all this lovely gold again and make some cash. And then, like I said, we're going to be resetting the days and seeing what we can get for workers. Now, before we leave the claim, I am going to go and unlock the workers with you guys. So that way I do not forget to unlock them before we start resetting days. That would absolutely suck if we forgot to unlock them and then reset a whole season. That would be terrible. Alright, so this is all done. Power down. So, first clean out was almost 60 ounces. That's almost a 6 ounce average. It's 57 actually, if you think about how much we had already with the couple crappy hog pan buckets. They were just, gross. Oh man, we might be stuck here. Nope, there we go. Alright, let's get this sucker shut on off. Just like so. Now, unlocking the workers right away. Bam. So we already have one awaiting. Mobile wash plant. We're done with the mobile wash plant. Matter of fact, whoa, a little bit of a stutter there. Matter of fact, we can actually unhook and pack everything away for the season while we're here. Which I'm not going to make you guys sit through this, of course. But we can get everything packed away. I'm not going to worry about the hog pan. To be honest, I don't really care about the little bit of gold in there. I'm not worried about it counting for our leaderboard total. It's, like I said, it's only going to be about an ounce. So, you know what? Yeah, we actually have to pack these away for the winter into that shed area. But this hose can stay there for now. So, alright, this is exactly how much we made. We got 59.47 ounces of gold for all that. So, not bad. Again, we do pay a little bit out for the lease. So, but anyway, guys, let's head on into town. Let's get all this smelted down, and then we'll be back out here. I'm going to pause the video, get everything moved into the storage thing, and I'll be back to you guys to reset the day after we're done at the bank. Alright guys, here we are. We are at the bank now. So let's go sell down our gold, get rid of it, and then we're going to go, like I said, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to go out and move everything into the storage thing. And then we will be back to you guys so we can reset the days, see what we get for workers. If we get what we want, we're only going to skip one season. If we don't, we're going to skip through a couple of them. Just because, like I said, I want to make sure we got mechanics for that. And, it's going to help our season go better. So anyway, guys, I will be back to you guys in a little bit. Alright, guys, so I got everything all taken down and got our wavetable magnetite separator and the fuel trailer put away. I sold the small generator, the small water pump, and the mobile wash plant because we will not be using either one of them again. So, whoops. Yeah, we got the workers unlocked now. Now we can basically work on ending our first season and getting our workers. So now, like I said, we're basically just going to be skipping through until we have to go to the hotel, and from there we're gonna okay, so that's the last of our loan come out. So from there, it's basically it's really gonna depend on what we get for workers, though. I mean, if we don't get the right one, then we got to do it till we at least. I mean, I really want to say at least 2 mechanics. I really do. Um, I really don't want to settle for one. I thought about it, and I want to have at least two because we're not going to have reinforced parts for a while. So the parts are going to go out a lot quicker. I don't know. I'm really not sure, to be honest. I guess we'll see. We'll see what this nets us before we say anything about it. So it looks like we are getting several workers. We're now in summer. I know this is it's kind of an odd sort of way to go about it, but at the same time, if you do want the workers and you want them easily, and you want basically have your best sort of setup right away when you start, this is a way to do it. Now again, this is something I thought of last season, and by the time I had actually thought about it last season, we already had the full rented tier 3 setup, and it really would have been a waste of time if we would have done it then, because we would have had to take down our setup, send it back, skip to the time, reset up, and yeah, I figure at the start of the season like this, it's perfect time to do it. You have no rented machinery. We don't have any loan, so and what better time to start it than before you're even getting on to like any of the main sort of mining. But anyway, couple more days to skip through. I think we got like 16 days to skip through, I believe. So we'll keep going through them. And like I said, we are getting some workers. Now we don't know what they are, but we are at least getting some. So whatever we get is at least going to be a help, if nothing else. I forgot how slow this was because you got to wait for it to save and you got to wait for the day summary to come up, and God, I hope this is worth it. I really do. I hope we at least get, like I said, 2 mechanics. And let's see, what else do we want? We want 2 mechanics. And we're going to want 2 TDJ sluice box workers. And let's see, a shaker to trommel sluice box worker for sure. If we could get those 5, oh man, if we got them 5, we would be absolutely set. Now I wouldn't even have to be greedy and get like the duplex jig workers as well, and also get the hog pan sluice core workers too. We could wait on those because those aren't nearly as important. Those aren't your big gold makers. So I want the workers for the big gold makers. Them to swap the mats, them to scoop out my nugget trap. That would be absolutely, absolutely fantastic. Now, um, if we don't get the workers we want before we got to go to the hotel this time, I will skip through doing this again because I didn't realize how long this was. This is actually kind of boring. to be honest. And you guys probably aren't going to want to see me skip another season if we have to. So I won't make you guys sit through another one if we don't get what we're looking for. And it's funny to see all the sales come up too. Kinda nice to see everything come up. And that is it. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, let us take a check. And let's see what we got. So we got 14 awaiting. 14 new ones, rather. Oh, are they really all based off of what you got at the moment? Oh, I did not realize that. That's kind of funny that they did that though. That's very funny. Well, I guess we got a couple good hog pan workers out of it at least, so. And what we could actually do is we could even hire a couple of the other ones and retrain them so we can get mechanics right away too. Because say we put or say rather we buy the two that are at like upper 30s and we just keep them on until they hit the 70% mark, then we can swap them to mechanics right away. So that'll actually work out for us. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go reset the season now because this was a big waste of time, and I will see you guys in the next episode where we go and purchase or go and rent our tier 3. Actually, you know what? We will do that at the end of this episode, being I wasted all that time. So anyway, I'll be back to you guys after we leave the hotel. Alright guys, so here we are. We are now at the machine shop, and we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be renting basically everything. I think I changed my mind, and I might as well buy these pieces because, you know, they're cheap enough and we might as well just get it over with instead of renting because, you know, then it's one less thing we have to absolutely worry about. So we're just going to buy the sluice cores or the sluice boxes like this. And then everything else we're gonna rent. And everything will be at like its rock bottom price here. So they move stuff. I just now noticed that. Huh. That is interesting. Alright, here is our shaker. Now, eventually we will upgrade to the D-Rocker, but not right away because we need the water tower to run that. But, let's keep going, grabbing all this stuff up. This we're going to buy. Like that, so I think that's all the sluice pieces. No, we need, I thought there was, isn't there, let's see, those two, Shaker Rock, okay, yeah, never mind, that is everything. So this is all the DLC stuff, so they moved all the DLC stuff into this area here now instead, so that tells you exactly what you cannot get if you are a non-DLC player, like I am. So anyway, we need to get this now. And the dump truck as well. Also, one big generator. Rent that as well. And checkout total is only 21,600 for all this stuff, doing it this way. So that's going to save us a lot of cash right away. And we also need to do an upgrade here. So now everything needs to be moved over, and I will get everything set up off camera. Now I know our first season looks like a waste getting the workers like that, but at the same time, it really isn't because that gives that gives us access to a few workers that we can convert early on into what we need. Like say for instance, if we don't get any mechanics, there we go. If we don't get any mechanics, you know, we will be well set up to go. Why did that just take double the money? Or am I losing it? I must be losing it. I thought we had more money than that. That looked like that took double the money on us. I don't know. I'll have to check that out later on. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I am going to get the rest of the stuff off camera, like all the miscellaneous stuff to hook everything up. So once I do that, we will get everything set up on the claim off camera, and then we will be ready for our next clean out. Now, I am going to get the clean out. I'm going to get all the digging and stuff done off camera, so it will be just the clean out video come next. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. If you guys did enjoy it, or the second episode rather, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys take the time to smash that like button. Comment down below on what your thoughts are on me wasting the time getting them workers. I know that's gonna, a lot of you guys are gonna have opinions either way on that. I think it's kind of a waste of time, but at least we got a few workers ready to go. And always, as always, guys, if you guys are enjoying the videos, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and trigger those notification bells. That way you guys never miss out on a video. So again, thank you guys so much for being here, and we will catch you guys for the next episode.